Hello, welcome back to TI Vlog series. My name is Ada, I'm your host, and it's always a pleasure to sit here and have a chat with you guys, rub minds together, share opinions, and also dispel some of the wrong notions that people have about Africans, Nigerians, and also to try and showcase the good works of Africans or Nigerians specifically, because I'm a Nigerian. Right, welcome back again. Right, today I'm going to be looking at this title, which you've already seen on the screen, which is, does getting married, starting a family, does that make you responsible? Does that make you a good role model? That's the question. Does it? Does it? Well, we're going to find out now. First of all, let's look at marriage, the concept of marriage from an African Nigerian perspective. Africans, we prize our marriages a lot. We prize them really, really high. I'm a Nigerian, and if you've ever been to a Nigerian wedding, you understand what I'm talking about. We don't joke with our weddings. We don't even mess about with our weddings. Our weddings are like lit, proper. We spend so much money, the outfits, the feeding, the ceremony, the entertainment, the whole shebang is absolutely lovely. Nigerians, Africans, we prize our marriages really high. And that is why it is always a father or a mother's dream that their child gets married, which is after education. When the child becomes of age, you get your mothers and your fathers and even your aunties, even stray adults asking you, so when are you getting married? Or they make snide comments like, you're not yet married. Time is going, try and hurry up, as if everything is in your hands. But that's Nigerians for you. Right, let's look at the most important thing in this topic today, which is, does being married make you responsible? Should having a family or being in a marriage relationship, should that make you a good role model? Your guess is as good as mine. In an ideal world, marriage comes with responsibility. Marriage comes with being responsible, because if you're not a responsible person when you're younger or when you're by yourself, the idea is that being married to someone you love and taking care of that person would automatically sort of like give you a nudge to become responsible. Is that really the case? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I'm not of that opinion at all. I know that most Africans, Nigerians, believe that once a person is a married person or married man or married woman, they should automatically become a responsible adult. Yes, that's what it should be like in the real world. But do we live in a real world situation today? Nah. Is the world at large an ideal situation? No. Because if it was, you wouldn't find the likes of Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Bill Clinton. That's just the men. And we have the women as well. So this video is not an attack on men. Let's be clear. This video is not an attack on men, married men. It is not, at least not yet. I will come to that bit later in one of my episodes. But this particular one is not an attack on married men. And it's not an attack on marriage as an institute. It is more to shed light on the notion, the myth that being married, starting a family, makes you a good role model. Does it? I'm never going to say yes to that, because I look around me. I'm an unmarried parent. I have children I'm raising on my own. I have friends who are married and they have children as well. I have friends who are married, or I know people who are married and are highly irresponsible. I know people who are not married and who are very responsible. See, it goes both ways. But my Nigerian community, my African community, we tend to always try and, immediately give you a rite of passage. Because you're married, you hear things like, oh, hello, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, sir. But as soon as they know that you're not married, they immediately switch and refer to you as auntie, 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 no, yes, auntie, no, auntie. Why should it be different? So when you say to someone who's married, yes, ma'am, yes, madam, because she's married, and then you refer to somebody who's not married as auntie, yes, auntie. Oh, by the way, if you're not a Nigerian, when someone refers to you as auntie, it doesn't mean blood auntie, it doesn't mean biological auntie. Auntie is a phrase that we use as a sign of respect to a lady or woman who's not related to you, may not be related to you, but is a lot older, so we refer to them as auntie. So for example, if someone was talking to you on the streets and they looked a lot more older than you were, and they were Africans or Nigerians, you would respond to them and say, yes, auntie, no, auntie. You wouldn't say to them, yes, Jane, or yes, Mary. You would use the phrase auntie as a sign of respect. That's what we do as Nigerians. At least that's what I used to do when I was living in Nigeria as a child, being raised and growing up. We were taught to do that. I was raised to do that. But from the way things are now, I hear that Nigeria has changed. People don't really refer to elder ones as auntie anymore, short of calling them the names. I'm not really sure what's happening, but I hear that the morals in Nigeria has totally changed because there's a lot of European adoption into the culture. Right, let's not digress. Let's come back to the issue we're talking about, which is, being married, having a family. Does that automatically give you a rite of passage to become responsible? Does that automatically confer on you the title of a role model? I see a lot of married women who are not good role models. I see a lot of married men who are very bad role models. So contrary to what Nigerians or other African, country believe in, we need to forget about that. It's a myth. It's very untrue. It is totally untrue. And people just, give you more respect when they see you that you're Mrs. somebody. As soon as you have a Mrs. MRS before your name, you automatically get this, this response of, this reverence. In the Western part of the world, people choose to get married as people choose to have children, as people choose to stay alone. It's a choice thing. And I've come here, I've lived abroad, and now I understand that getting married, having children, staying single, or adopting a cat or a dog, whatever rocks your boat, is a choice thing. So back to the African community. This is going to be a very short video. I don't intend for this video to be too long. I just want to dispel any myth, any preconceived notion that, starting a family, being married, automatically makes you a good role model. The answer is no, no, no. Please, guys, can we just forget about that ideology that being married, having children or starting a family automatically makes you a good role model? It doesn't. Because if you hook up with a guy who was irresponsible before he got married to you, and you think because he's signed the dotted lines, he's walked you down the aisle, now you have children, you think that's going to automatically change him or change her and she'll become a responsible woman, or he'll become a responsible man, then you're in for a shocker. Honestly, you're in for a big, big shock. Marriage, starting to have children, it doesn't make you or make anybody a role model. It doesn't make you a good role model. It doesn't give you the rite of passage to be identified as a good role model. Being a good role model is something that is a conscious decision. It's something that's anyone can become. You become a good role model because you choose to. You become a good role model whether you're married, whether you have children or not, because you so desire. So Africans, our mothers, our fathers, our aunties, please, can we just stop these ideas that, once you're married, you have a family, you have children, you automatically become a good role model? No. An irresponsible and a reckless person will carry on being irresponsible and reckless, whether be it in a marriage or outside of a marriage. It doesn't change his or her personality or preferences. The only thing is a person can choose to become a role model because they so desire, because they want to make an impact in other people's lives, because they want to. It's not because they suddenly become married, or you want to look at somebody who's not married and you want to tag them as irresponsible. That's a very flawed way of thinking. You don't just tag a person as irresponsible, or you suddenly just, have a preconceived notion that because a person is not in a marriage situation or doesn't have a child, or maybe they have a child and they're not married, they become, they're not qualified to be a role model. That is so wrong. Guys, I want us to just, go back home, have a think about what I've said today. Marriage, having children doesn't make you responsible. It should make you responsible in an ideal situation, but that's neither here nor there. I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Bye.